Good morning. My name is Carl Van Kessel, and I'm the Environment Manager for the Newport project. Today's agenda will involve a short presentation that will give you an overview of the project and some of the environmental monitoring measures that we undertake on site, and then we will proceed back into the buses, out onto site, and we've got a tour developed for you. You'll see in your package, you can follow along when we're out on site. There's a graphic there for you. So, just to orient you, the site is located south of Wakra and north of Mesaid, represented here on this diagram in green. We are approximately 26.5 square kilometers, so it's a very large area, and the project is divided into three main parts. We have the port basin itself, which is the basin and the accessory land around it where the buildings and infrastructure will be built. There is an access channel to provide passage to the port basin. The naval base is the second part. It's an offshore island that will be made largely from the material that is dredged out of this channel. And then we have the QEZ3 canal, which is a smaller port constructed in a similar fashion. I think the students are enjoying themselves. I think the overall size and scope of the project is something that perhaps they didn't anticipate. Everything's very large. It's an extremely large site, and I think they're all very impressed with what we're achieving here. If everybody takes a look out this side window, what you'll see here, China Harbor excavates material from the basin and makes large piles. Once they pile it up, then they process the material. Overall, China Harbor will process approximately 28 million cubic meters of material this way.
هلا عم يحضروا مشان يعملوا بلاستين تفجير للصخر. التفجير للصخر هيدا ضروري جدا لانه صعب كثير انه نحفر الصخر وهو قاسي كثير. في طريقه انه نستعمل ماكينات جدا قويه كبيره بس بتكون بطيئه وبعدين مكلفه. نحن حقيقه في المشروع في عنا النوعين. في عنا الماكينات الكبيرة اللي بتحفر وفي عنا التفجير، بس التفجير ضروري جدا لما بيكون الصخر قاسي. بيكون الصخر قاسي بيكون صعب جدا انه نستعمل الماكينات. كل يوم بيصير تفجير وهيدا التفجير كمان كنترول. انت بشوف يعني الارتجاج يعني مش كتير، الغبرة مش كتير، اوكي، مدروسة بشكل يعني فني. في أعمال كبيرة للردم واستصلاح الأراضي، ورغم كل هيدا حيكون عندنا فائض من الحفريات اللي ممكن تستعمل في مشاريع ثانية بدولة قطر. هذا مشان الأمواج، بيحمي البور من الأمواج، وهيدا كناية عن صخر، صخور صغيرة أول شيء بالكور، وبعدين صخور أكبر، وبعدين صخور أكبر في الروك أرمر اللي بتشوفوه. هيدا كل حبة منهم تنحط وحدة ورا الثانية، مش دفعة وحدة، كل وحدة تنحط بمكانها. البور مدروس بشكل انه سهل جدا انه التوسعه. مثلا نحن هلا عم نبني مثلا الارصفه للترمينال 2 الكونتينر ترمينال 2 و 3 مع انه كان فينا ناخرهم للمرحله الثانيه والثالثه. هلا في عندنا خطط لنعمل سيستم انتجريشن، كل اجهزه البور حتكون في انتجريشن بيناتها متواصله.
We're now making our way to container terminal number 1. What you see in front of you is the concrete quay wall. This wall is 21 meters high. It's made up of individual blocks of concrete that are stacked one on top of each other.
Hi Dave, how's it going?
Hi Tim. I think we're having a bit of a mechanical breakdown on this one today, so the mechanics are up on it at the moment. We're hoping to get lifting on it tonight. But we've started lifting on the other one, on Commercial Terminal 1. First precast blocks were lifted off that on Saturday.
How many blocks did we do yesterday then?
We did about 66 blocks yesterday.
66,
yeah.
That's
so
good,
we're doing
actually.
okay.
And what's your record so far?
The total, the best we've had has been 90. 90 in a day. Yeah.
That's pretty good then. So that's on 5 different fronts, is it?
That's on 5 different fronts, yeah. So we need to be doing about 65, 60 to 65 a day, and we're doing, the best day was 90, and we're averaging about
Quality looks pretty good.
Yeah, it's going well.
Have you had to reject any along here?
Not on this section, no, they've all been okay.
And how's the excavation going?
It's going well at the moment. We're trying to increase the blasts up to 6 blasts a day. We got 5 today, so we're hoping to get 6 blasts by next week.
Right.
We're getting extra mining engineers and extra blast engineers in, and we're getting some more drilling rigs in. So we'll be hoping to get the 6 blasts per day in the next week or so. And then we're also bringing in some additional heavy excavation.
And how many guys you got on site at the moment then?
We've got 2,500 with China
2,500.
And we've got about 600 with Medco, so we've got about 3,100. Right here at the moment, what you see behind me is the quay wall. Now this is where the first ships will come into Doha Port in 2016. This quay wall is about 8 kilometers long. It contains about 36,000 of these quay wall blocks here. We've got to do about 65 to 70 blocks per day, and we're currently ahead of program. We're doing about 70 or 80 blocks a day, so hopefully this section of the works will be completed before or on time. This quay wall crane behind us is a gantry crane that's been specifically designed for this project. It's specifically designed for these blocks. It can take blocks of up to 130 tons each, and it lays about 35 to 40 on this wall per day. But we're also doing another 4 or 5 sectional areas of quay wall as well at the same time. I think on a project such as this, the reasons you come and join it are for your own personal kind of ambitious and career reasons. You want to push yourself and test yourself on one of the biggest projects and one of the most challenging projects. We'll be very proud as a team to see it open in 2016 after everybody's hard efforts. So the noise you hear from these pieces of equipment here, these are called compaction pokers. And what the compaction pokers do is they remove the air from the concrete. Because if you didn't do that, you'd get pockets of air and cavities of air in the concrete. So when those pokers go down into the concrete, you draw them out slowly, and it removes the pockets of air from the concrete. That prevents any cavities or gaps or spaces moving into the concrete and makes sure it's condensed and properly compacted together. If we had any air pockets in the blocks or any air cavities in the blocks, as soon as we lifted them up, you'd introduce a stress point into the block, and the block would crack and it would be rejected and fail. We have a full-time team on this, so we're inspecting every single day. We're producing about 70 or 80 a day, so it takes a lot of hard work to keep up with the production, but we're keeping on top of it. And then no block goes down into the wall until it's been approved. The other quality approval and quality control system we have are in the batching plants here as well. So no concrete leaves the factory until it's tested at the gate of the factory, and it's tested for slump and for quality, and it goes through quite a rigorous testing regime there. If any of the concrete fails at the gate, it gets sent back into the factory and rejected. So there's 3 or 4 different systems of quality control as we go through the block production process.
The technology we're using here, blocks on top of each other, is about 50 years old, and it's tried and it's tested, and it means the port will last for an awful long time. However, what we are looking at is in the design of the buildings is sustainability issues. We're making sure that the buildings are environmentally friendly. They don't use too much electricity. So we orientate the buildings not too much away from the sun, if you like, so they have minimum sunlight. We're holding all of the silt until it settles and only letting the water go back to the sea, because otherwise we'd be endangering the fish and the mangroves. So we have very high, strict parameters of the material and the quality of the water. I basically act on the client's behalf. So you have somebody here with a vision of what they want to create in Qatar. We take that vision, we look for the design teams, we go and select some of the best designers from all around the world that can design this port for us. So for everything you have on a port, we have to go out, design it, procure it, and then we have to supervise the contractor to make sure he's doing his job. We're trying to create an environment that we're proud of, that we have good landscaping everywhere, that when you come into the port you think, whoa, this is different. Imagine the ships coming in here and berthing up here, coming in. We'll be flooding all of this basin come the middle of 2015. So that's when I can come here and catch some fish. Right, this is what we call dynamic compaction. When you look at all the fill being placed here, it's placed in soft layers. And to compact it properly, we drop this very large weight from about 15 meters, bang, and all the energy goes into the sand. You can see it going up now to about 15 meters, and you can see there's a little hook on the top, and he'll pull that hook, it'll automatically release. You can see the cable tightening. Now look, whoa, poof. So you don't want to be under there when that falls. The good thing about Qatar is it never stopped. It kept going and going and going and going. So the money is there, the vision is there, and they're still going without stopping.
This groundwater may have high particulate matter, TSS, total suspended solids. So they put the groundwater into the basin. This basin is divided into 3 sections. And you can see that this water is brown in color. Then it passes through this section, which is a silt fence. This silt fence helps keep the sediment in this first section. And then there's another section, and also this gives time for the sediment to settle. Overall, when the water enters until it leaves is about 15 hours.
احنا في المنطقة نسميها ستيلينج بيسن. الستيلينج بيسن هنا يتم تجميع المياه الناتجة عن حفر قاع الميناء. لما نحفر احنا المنطقة احنا نسميها سبخة، المنطقة اللي نحفر فيها الميناء. المنطقة السبخة هذه لما تحفر أقل من 500 نص متر راح يطلع لك ماي. اليوم احنا وصلنا في الحفر إلى 19 متر تحت الأرض والمنطقة ناشفة. طب كيف تعمل هذا الشيء؟ احنا نعمل على حفر مناطق حوالين الميناء ونروح نمدد المناطق هذه، نحفر بحفر ارتوازي، نضع مضخات إلى عمق يتجاوز تقريبا 30 متر ونضخ من تحت الأرض الماء إلى قنوات رئيسية تؤدي إلى مناطق تجميع الماء فيها، بعد ذلك يتم ضخ الماء الى البيسن هذه اللي نشوفها ورانا، والمنطقه هذه يتم ترسيه الشوائب، وبعد ذلك يتم ضخ الماء المصفى الى البحر. Are they going to both working from the same area?
No, different areas on the access channel.
Where?
Yeah.
From the whole lot?
Well, it's working right out, and then they pump it in. So there's different sections of the channel. So the Amazon comes in first, that takes it down to -6.
Yes.
That moves out the way. Then the other bigger cutter dredges, they'll take it right down to -10, -15. So we're right down, you know.
Yeah. So between there is another pump. What's the pump?
No, there's two pumps.
What's their capacity?
Well, each pump, the pumps themselves can accommodate 3 dredges, 70,000 cubic meters coming in, and any discharge, the silt coming off there, and the fines, and the seawater, the runoff will all actually go across, so they can accommodate the full operation of 3 dredges at the moment.
Yeah, good. That's good. That's good. Okay, thank you guys.
All right.
Thanks a lot. Thank you for coming.
Thanks.
من أهم الأمور في إدارة الستاف أو الموظفين تحتك، من أهم الأمور، أهم أمر أنا أشوفه أنك لازم تعطي كل موظف حرية في إبداء رأيه من دون أي ضغط. طالما أن الموظف يحس أنه لأنك أنت ما وظفت هذا الموظف إلا أنه يبدع. صدقني هذه أهم نقطة في التعامل مع موظفينك. مشروع الميناء الجديد عبارة عن 3 أمور في مشروع واحد: بناء تصاميم وبناء وتشغيل إلى ما قبل التشغيل لميناء تجاري، وكذلك القاعدة الأميرية البحرية القطرية والقناة الاقتصادية. هاي 3 مشاريع في مشروع واحد. المساحة، الميناء تقريبا مساحته بيكون 19 كيلومتر مربع، والقاعدة الأميرية البحرية بتكون تقريبا ما يعادل 4.5 كيلومتر مربع، والقناة الاقتصادية بتكون تقريبا 2.5 كيلومتر مربع. البادجت أو الميزانية المحطوطة للمشروع بصفة عامة تقريبا 27 مليار. راح نستخرج من الأرض أكثر من 120 مليون متر مكعب من مواد الردم. هذا رقم ضخم. كيف استصلاح الأراضي بالمواد الردم، نقل المواد الشوائب إلى مناطق معينة، المحافظة على البيئة أمر مهم. المحافظة على البيئة مش فقط البحرية وكذلك البيئة البرية. طبعا مواد الردم، كيف استرجاع الماء بطريقة معينة صافي إلى البحر، هذا تشالنجز. بغض النظر احنا تحت الأرض أصلا الأعشاب البحرية والأسماك المحافظة عليها لدرجة أن احنا جميع الأعشاب البحرية يتم نقلها وزراعتها في أماكن أخرى، طبعا بالتنسيق مع الأخوان جزاهم الله خير في وزارة البيئة. نتوقع إن شاء الله الانتهاء من المشاريع هذه في العام 2016 اللي هو بيكون الوقت اللي بيبتدي تشغيل ميناء. أكثر المشاريع في قطر معتمدة على المشروع هذا، سواء المشاريع الخاصة في مشاريع كأس العالم 2022 أو مجمل المشاريع الخاصة في قطر، رؤية سمو الأمير قطر 2030. ارتئينا احنا في هالمشروع هذا ان احنا كقطريين نطمح ان نكون، مع ذلك لازم نطور كوادر قطرية من جهة، لازم ان احنا نحاول اكبر عدد من الشركات القطرية تساهم في بناء المشروع. وغير ذلك طبعا في الناحية هذه يمكن سائل يسأل يقول طيب هذا راح يدعم الشركات القطرية الكبيرة. حتى القطرية الصغيرة إذا اتحدت وتقدمت ممكن ننظر الأمر هذا. بغير ذلك أجبرنا جميع الشركات المتقدمة لمشاريعنا أن تكون السب كونتراكتور أو المقاولين الباطن يكونون مقاولين قطريين. الحفارة هذه من صميم عملها أنها تحفر في الأرض إلى العمق المناسب لصناعة القناة الرئيسية المؤدية للميناء.
The Newport project site is built on the coast. Inherently, as a result of that, there are going to be coastal features that are important to the overall environment of the site. In the design of the port, as well as the implementation and construction, we've worked very hard to protect these existing features. The dredger functions by cutting into the seabed and sucking the debris up. As a result of that, there's going to be some debris that is not sucked up that enters the marine life around it. Our role from an environmental protection perspective is to ensure that that is kept to a minimum. So what we do is we monitor continuously around the dredgers to look at the total suspended solids, to see what the concentration of that is and compare that against our permitting requirements.
It's good to see that the recommendations and the work that we've put in before these dredges have arrived is now being put into place for the protection of the environment and the surrounding landscape of around the port. Now, because we have to let these big ships come into this port, we couldn't entirely avoid the impact of this seagrass. We avoided it as much as possible, but where we couldn't avoid it entirely, we actually worked together with the Ministry of Environment to put together a plan to relocate the seagrass. So what we've actually done is we sent divers down and moved 10,000 square metres of seagrass. It was an exercise which took about 4 months of divers going down, digging out patches of grass from the sea and moving it by boat to a new location where we've created a new seagrass area for Qatar.
أنا أنظر بفارق الصبر إلى اليوم اللي يبتدي فيه تشغيل ميناء الجديد. بيكون لا شك أن هذاك اليوم بيكون يوم مؤثر بالنسبة لنا، لأن في ذاك اليوم تشوف النتيجة للمشروع. زي ما شخص ينتظر أول مولود له يمكن ينتظر 9 شهور، احنا شوي الحمل يمكن يطول عندنا، بيكون بياخذ أكثر من 2 سنين، لكن في النهاية تبغى تشوف الناتج تبع المشروع أنت.